On the ravaged planet of Yislavik 7, a tyranid swarm is consuming all in its path, rapidly converting every organic being into new evolutionary monstrosities. The Adapties Astartes, the enigmatic chosen warriors of the God Emperor, have been deep striked into the oncoming path of one of these tyrannid swarms. With special reliquary orders attached, the Space Marines have been given access to the insane combined firepower of 100 heavy bolters to achieve their goals. In support are 100 bolt guns of the Ultramarines and 300 Black Templars, their chainsaws ready to rip apart tyrannid flesh. The Space Marines are all that stand between Hive Talmus and the 2 million Hormagaunts, 100 Carnifexes, and 25,000 brood warriors of the hungering swarm. Should the Space Marines falter here, millions of lives will be lost. Will the Astartes fall prey to the ravenous horde, or will the Emperor's divine wrath win the day? If you do enjoy this content, don't forget to like, as it helps the video reach way more people, and if you're feeling extra special, hit the subscribe button. Here we are then, ladies and gentlemen, the Space Marine defense ready and waiting to take on a gigantic Tyranid horde here. And oh my god, is the Tyranid horde absolutely massive. Look over here. The ravenous hungering swarm making its way over the mountains here. Millions of them. Oh my god, look at that. Just stretching off into the distance. Thousands and thousands, literally millions of them. And we can see over here, the Space Marines have got 100 heavy bolters. Oh my god. Unfortunately, there's no hit fire animation in the game, so the way they hold them is a little bit jerky, but we have to live with that. But look at these things. Oh my god, the absolute firepower that they can spit out on the enemy lines here. 100 heavy bolters spitting death into the Tyranid swarm as the Tyranids here are rapidly approaching here, right towards the Black Templars. The Black Templars standing resolutely, ready to deliver a countercharge. And here they go, activated as the Tyranids get closer and closer. Chainsaws rev up as that bolter fire absolutely decimates the lines behind. Look at this. Oh my god. Thousands of Tyranids are being cut down every second, and I mean that quite literally. About 2,000 a second are dying at the moment. Oh, that's a lot of bolter fire. Look at that. The devastation here that is ripping along. Now you can see that the heavy bolters really do focus on things like the brood warriors here and the Carnifex. Oh my god, this thing is absolutely gigantic. Of course it's going to be a target of a bolter. So let's watch this one as it gets it. Look there. Oh my god, a quick flash in the pan, and that is it. Concentrated heavy bolter fire absolutely eradicating the horde of Tyranids here. So far, the Tyranids, 120,000 losses. The Space Marines have 0. That is a fantastic kill ratio here that has so far been attained by the Adapties Astartes. Our front line here is a quagmire of death. Tyranids desperately tried to push in here as extreme bolter fire just rakes and decimates their lines. And those who do live aren't living that long as they get towards our Black Templars here. The chainsaws absolutely tearing these poor old Hormagaunts in half. Of course though, for every Tyranid that falls, another 1,000 are ready to take its place. We can see over here that on our far right-hand flank, that only a few Black Templars are all that standing between the heavy bolters here, and an absolute real pain. Look, now heavy bolters are right here. Just, oh my god, the firepower of these things. 265,000 kills now, and 0 Space Marines killed. That is what we like to see for the Space Marine team. I just can't get over the absolute insane firepower coming out of these bolters. It is ridiculous. No wonder you never see this many heavy bolters in one place when it comes to the Space Marines, because yeah, this is truly ridiculous. Oh my god. One thing I've always actually wondered about the Space Marines, so in lore, a lot of them say that, you know, chapters can really only have 1,000 troops. 1,000 Space Marines, that is. What I've always wondered is, does that count for, like, their vehicles? Like, a Space Marine in a Predator tank. I'm sure they take, like, 3 Space Marines, or at least 2 Space Marines to drive. Do they count towards that 1,000, or is it literally just 1,000 Space Marines plus vehicles and support? I don't know. I've always wondered that. Do aspirants count? Are they? I mean, I suppose they're technically not Space Marines. They're just in training to be Space Marines. But do they count towards their 1,000? I don't know, it's just been one thing that's always bugged me, no pun intended, as we're here watching the Tyranids now actually start to get some form of a bit of a swarm going on this front line. You can see bit by bit as the Templars are pushing forward, more and more Tyranids are able to start gathering up, and we've had our first Space Marine loss somewhere. A single brother has been taken down. Oh, 2 brothers have been taken down now. I wonder where it is. I wonder if it's on the flanks. I bet if anywhere it might be on the flanks. We can see here, look, yeah, Space Marines start getting a little bit surrounded over here. Let's go have a look over to this side, actually. I've got a strange feeling. No, these guys are all still going strong. Oh my god, look at this. For 5 Space Marines here with the heavy bolter support have made their own defilade, their own mountain of bodies. More and more Tyranids are just getting absolutely shredded here on the front line. The Space Marines standing resolute. Oh, I think we lost another one there. Look, yeah, there's only 4 of them now. A Space Marine has just fallen right before our eyes here. But we've got to hand it to them. They are doing an amazing job so far. Space Marines living up to the name of the Emperor's Wrath, the Emperor's Hammers. Oh my god, 650,000 kills to 5 losses now. I must say, these losses are starting to mount for the Space Marines bit by bit. But so far, I would say that this has been a successful battle for them. Oh my, these body piles are getting insane. And look at this, little Timmy. Can we get out a rubber dinghy here? It's not quite impassable yet, but it is certainly getting there. The Tyranids here getting slowed down by their own ichor and blood. Oh, that is horrific. Think about that. That is nothing but Tyranid goo down there. And they're getting slowed down by their own dead. That is ridiculous. But you can see that there's still a lot of Brood Warriors here. We still do have the occasional Carnifex. However, they really do get focused fire here by the heavy bolters. As you can see, there's a swarm of them over here. And bolter fire just keeps raking right into them. Look at that. Them being large targets, they're really not that hard to actually miss. Not that a Space Marine would actually miss its target. But look, you can definitely tell here now that the swarm, bit by bit, is getting thicker and thicker as these Templar push further out. 13 Space Marines have now been killed, unfortunately, for the Space Marine team, but they have made an excellent kill counter for themselves here. The Tyranids desperately need to push around these flanks if they want any semblance of hope of semblance to try and get past the Space Marines here. But you can see that the heavy bolters on the flanks are really making it difficult for any sort of flanking maneuver at the moment. The main Tyranid flank over here. Oh, look at this! The Space Marines finally fell over here. This was the Space Marine stand here, where it's absolute insane amount of bodies is. But now the Tyranids, with no Space Marines between them, are pushing right into the group of heavy bolters over here. I don't think we've actually lost a heavy bolter yet. No, it doesn't appear that we've lost one yet. But look at that. The swarm is actually getting a successful flanking maneuver going here. Bit by bit, if they have enough, they will be able to kill off some of these Space Marines, and every heavy bolter lost will be a serious lacking of firepower here for the Adapties and Astartes, who on the front line now really are starting to feel the wrath of the Tyranids as more and more of the Brood Warriors start to get to the front. We haven't really seen any of the Carnifexes get there yet. However, look at this. The bloodbath is literally getting bigger and bigger. That is slowly but surely getting more and more impassable as more and more Tyranids try to swarm forward. Oh my god, look at this body pile here. That is ridiculous. There's a lot of dead Tyranids here now. We're coming down to the last 600,000 Tyranids here with 1.1 million kills under the Space Marines belt to 22 losses. This truly is what the Space Marines do, though, ladies and gentlemen. Over on this side, the flank is still holding, really all thanks to these heavy bolters. I mean, let's face it, we all knew, as soon as you saw the video title with 100 heavy bolters, you all knew that the Tyranids really didn't stand a chance. I mean, look at that firepower. Explosive rounds in a minigun style. It's just absolutely ridiculous, the firepower here. Especially with the front line being Black Templar, who are, quite frankly, melee fanatics. They are really good at this sort of thing here, and they have massively thinned out the Tyranid horde so far. The losses are going absolutely insane, though, I must say. The kill count here, look at that. Oh my god, that is like I think we peaked at like about 3,000 a second there. Our body pile on this side is getting truly ridiculous as well now, where the Space Marines are. I will say, though, with this body pile growing here like this, it kind of feels like the Space Marines have been held in place by the Tyranids here. Yeah, look at this. With this body pile, that's definitely the case. The Space Marines haven't been pushing forward. You can see back here, this is where they all advanced across. But now they've, yeah, definitely stopped over this part. And the bodies are getting truly ridiculous. And so is our blood pool. Oh my, I just love this. Let's go back in for another little swim here. Yeah, little Timmy, get out your rubber dinghy, but it might get punctured from the bottom because it's a very spiky blood pool at the moment. But this flank is still holding firm over this side. We still have Templar holding it, which is excellent news for the defenders here, who are now at 50 losses. 50 Space Marines have been lost to this swarm here. Now, I must say, this is only a tiny swarm, so the Space Marines should be able to hold this quite nicely. We can see this flank is definitely getting weaker and weaker now, bit by bit. Not as many tyranids now at all pushing into here, which is a signifier that the swarm is starting to run out of bodies to throw at this. And oh my god, look at this. We've made a secondary blood lake here out of bodies. Bodies have piled up enough around this side now that we've been able to dam off this area. Look, this is entirely made, this area is entirely made out of corpses. That is absolutely fantastic. Oh my god, is this another one we've got over here? Oh my, we are being treated. Oh god, look at this one. That is absolutely fantastic. We are being truly treated here by the Space Marines, ladies and gentlemen. Somewhere in the background, all you can hear is Cord laughing on, just, you know, that grim, dark laughter. Oh my, look at our body piles here. I don't, you can't really see from this angle, but if you go over here, look, you can actually see the waves where the Space Marines sort of waded through all the tyranids over here. There's like little mounds and lumps. I always find that really interesting. You can see where most of the combat happened. Although I think it's fair to say that most of the combat has happened right here. Oh, look at all the tyranids getting flung down the back. Oh, I didn't notice this before. Look at that. Loads of them doing roly-polies as they're just flung backwards by the sheer power of the Space Marines over here. Going down to our last 80,000, and you can definitely tell that the Horde has peaked here. Our blood lake is becoming still. It's no longer turbulent, but the Tyranids have been absolutely decimated here by the heavy bolter fire. I mean, again, it was kind of predictable. We all kind of knew that many heavy bolters were gonna, if I'm honest, yeah, again, it's just an excuse for me to record an absolute slaughter. I saw this area of the map and I was like, huh, this has got some really nice valleys. I really want to fill these in with blood, and that is exactly what we've done. But we've also terraformed the local landscape here by making this huge, gigantic dam of dead Tyranids. Oh my god, there's going to be a lot of cleanup operation over here. So much fire and napalm is just going to have to be used to cleanse this area. But so far, the last 10,000 Tyranids here now have not really made many gains. I mean, 82 Space Marines have died in the process of this. However, the Space Marines have killed 1.6 million Tyranids. That is absolute insanity. And it feels like they've barely even broken a sweat, especially the guys at the back. I mean, the bolters in the middle here have had an absolute field day. Not even a single threat has been put against them. To be fair, the same with the heavy bolters on this side. Not really been any threat coming their way. The bolters on this side got a little bit, you know, a little bit chewed out, but none of them lost any lives. It's only the Black Templar here today that have lost any troops. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is all over. As always, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who helped keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button below. And as a reward for being a channel member, your bonus content is now available, so go ahead and check that out. And if you're interested in some content that's not necessarily Warhammer, go ahead and check out Chaotic Pinky Plus. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.